His Excellency, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., Vice President Sara Inday Duterte, House Speaker Martin Romualdez, our Deputy Speakers, Duke Frasco and Raymond Mendoza, our other members of the House of Representatives, our members of the Cabinet, our city mayors and municipal mayors, as well as board members that are present, the officials of Pier 88 led by Eric Lim and Kyle Uy, mga binati o binahal kong kaigsuunang Subuanon, maayong hapon kanatong tanan. In life, there are synchronicities, random events that seem to look like coincidences. And yet, if you look more closely, you realize that all of these are connected and give meaning to our lives. In 2019, we broke ground right here on what was then a promise of Pier 88, together with our special guest, a city mayor, the presidential daughter, Sara Duterte, or Inday. Well, she's back, right here, to inaugurate the realization of that promise, because Pier 88 has now come to full life, and I knew that she would not miss this occasion for the world, to put a full circle to what was started and now has finally been completed. Daghang salamat, Vice President Sara Inday Duterte. In 2010, at around this time too, in celebration of the Lilioan Fiesta, we had some guests. I was here, I was governor. We were at the sports complex, and the mayor then kindly invited us for lunch. He was none other than my most favorite son-in-law. He's the only one, anyway. He was then Mayor Duke Frasco. We had, I think at the time, Ernie Maceda and other officials coming from Manila. So we were all seated in the center, the identified presidential table. And as I looked to my right, I saw a solitary figure sitting in the table. I recognized him as the son of a former president and his namesake. And so I told Duke, you have to ask that person to join us here in the presidential table. So he was approached and he came, but at that moment I was struck at the humility of this person. There would be many other occasions that our paths would meet, and always that humility. Well, he is back, and he's seated right here. Our very special guest, the President himself, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. Little did we know then that in 2022, both of them would team up under the banner of Uniteam, calling for unity in this fractured and divided country of ours. And that was what the Filipinos were looking for. The Filipinos responded, in fact, the Cebuanos responded with a deafening cry, yes, unity, sama-sama tayong babangon muli. And lo and behold, the entire Cebu Island, one Cebu Island, Mayor Mike, Mayor Jonas, Mayor Ahong, and all of us Cebuanos trooped to the voting precincts, and with one voice, we delivered the highest votes for president and vice president throughout the entire country. Look at us. We're gathered here this afternoon because Pier 88 has finally been completed despite the many challenges, the pandemic, the lockdowns, and as a double whammy, Typhoon Odette. But look, it seems as though those difficulties never happened because Eric and Kyle and the rest of the Pier 88 team refused to succumb to all of the hardships that they had to encounter. Congratulations, Pier 88. This will finally end the suffering of Camotes Island, particularly, where for many years the trips were monopolized by one shipping line, traveling from another port to a private port. Look, right now, responding with a roar, immediately represented by these three vessels, Ocean Jet, Asnar Shipping, and Super Shuttle. These will now give the people of Camotes and the people of Cebu a choice. More importantly, the riding public, a choice to reach Camotes, and for our mayors of Poro, San Francisco, Tudela, and even Pilar, a much brighter future of economic development through a boom in tourism. My daughter should get very happy about this. Synchronicities, coincidences, these are not random. They happen for a reason. And throughout this afternoon, I've been trying to think of what possible reason could have brought us all together here on this stage, brought us all together, our officials and Cebuanos, to celebrate this milestone. And then we go back to unity and Uniteam. For what greater reason could there possibly be than coming together in oneness, in unity, to serve our people, to serve those that are most in need, ang mga Cebuanon, ang mga Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong babangon muli. Congratulations, Pier 88. This is just one of the many coincidences that will continue to happen for as long as we remember the core of why we have been given this opportunity to serve. Unity. Unity. One Cebu Island unity. Daghang salamat, maayong hapon.
Thank you, Governor Garcia.